Here tonight, Keith Coleman has always coached a finesse basketball team, and this year's basketball team no different, although they do have a strong inside and a strong outside game, and that certainly is going to be something that is going to be a challenge for the Spartans to go up against, because they've got Erin McGinn outside, who is a top three-point shooter. In fact, she hit 30 out of 78 three-point attempts last year, which was tops in the Bay Conference. She was also among the league leaders this year. They've also got Christy Gerke inside, a 5'10 senior who is averaging 15.7 points per game this year, second leading scorer in the Bay Conference, and she certainly will give Stacey Faze a run for her money inside tonight, even though Stacey will have a couple of inches on her. She had a career night against Southern Door with 36 points, and that's more than I scored all my career, Mark. You and me both, as far as that goes. DePere also helped out in that game by 7 points against 12 points, I should say, by McGinn, and she also had 2 3-pointers. I think one of the most amazing things in that game is that DePere scored 29 points on the free throw line. They were 29 of 45 from the free throw line, and I talked to Coach Coleman about that a little bit ago, and asked him, how does your team get to the line so much? And he said that's one of the things they try and do, is really attack the opposing team. And his other point is, when the other team is in foul trouble, you don't have to worry about playing defense on their best players, because they're sitting on the bench. That's true. LC is the #1 defensive team in the Packerland and the #1 offensive team. I don't think DePere has ever seen or gone up against a team like LC. They are tenacious. They will play you baseline to baseline, in your face all night long. Well, I want to look at common opponents. There are a couple. DePere has played Denmark. In fact, that was their first game this season, and DePere lost that one in overtime, 57-55. LC also played Denmark and beat them by 15, 53-38. Another common opponent, of course, Southern Dorn, as we mentioned, a 10-point win for DePere in overtime the other night. The Spartans' 2 games against the Southern Dorn, the first one ended by a final score of 74-27, and the second game against Southern Dorn just 1 week ago, a 62-33 contest. So the Spartans having absolutely no trouble with Southern Door, but again, a common opponent doesn't mean anything. It's what are these two basketball teams out here going to do tonight, and certainly attitudes are running at an all-time high as it's tournament time, and everybody's going to be a little jumpy, could be a little sloppy early. We might be a little bit tight. Again, a lot of kids have played all for a long time. Sarah Rickelberg, Rachel Fritz, and Gutstein got a lot of experience. It's going to be a tough game. DePere's got some height here tonight, so we'll see what happens. Well, we're going to take a break here on the M&I Bank pregame show. See how M&I in Casco can save you money by arranging a home equity loan. We're going to be right back with the opening tip-off in just a moment. You're listening to Spartan Basketball on WBDK. Mine on the game tonight, but I don't think there's any question about that. You know, and really, Rachel's one of the leaders on this basketball team, and I think Mike Schoenhofer is looking for her to kind of tell some of these other girls who maybe haven't seen a lot of tournament play just exactly what this is going to be all about, and what kind of pace Rachel sets tonight may very well be the pace of the Spartans. It's going to be, we like to run, we like to press. Southern Door came back from about 17-18 down against DePere last Tuesday and tied the game up and sent it in overtime. Finished up 83-73. That's a lot of points for a girls' game, and we know that DePere can put the ball in the basket. Well, we are set to go. Thanks to M&I Bank for sponsoring our pregame show. M&I Bank in Casco can save you money by arranging a home equity loan. We are underway. Stacey Faze wins the opening tap. Players that are jittery tonight. The announcers aren't going to make any mistakes early. Yeah, right. Sarah, I should say, loses it as she tries to make a pass to Rachel Fritz. And DePere comes up with the basketball. Nikki Compton comes away with it. She'll give it off to Erin McGinn, who will bring it up and set up the offense. McGinn up to the top of the key to Compton. Compton holds it high above her head, guarded out there by Fritz. She'll take it down left side of the lane, lays it up, and partially blocked, I think, by Engelberg. And Kristen gets the rebound. Nice drive by McGinn. Just missed the layup. Rachel Fritz with it to Sarah Reckelberg, wing on the left side. Reckelberg holds it high above her head. She'll dribble around the arc now, leave it off for Thace between the rings. Stacey will go to Sarah back on the left side. Reckelberg back to Thace. The Spartans very patient on offense. Fritz to Gutstein on the wing on the right side. Back up top of the key now to Engelbert. Kristen looks off the three, tips it left side now to Fritz. Fritz will go to Face on the wing on the left side, down low post to Gutstein, and power slide on the baseline, lays it up and in. And the Spartans draw first blood, 2-0 with 6:45 left here in the first quarter. Into the front court comes Christy Gerke, and she is whistled for a travel as she put on the brakes as she brought it into the front court due to some pressure put on by Ann Gutstein, and forces the turnover, and the Spartans have the ball. Pressure defense put on by DePere in the backcourt as Gutstein will bring it across the timeline. And will swing it to Rachel Fritz, left side to Reckelberg on the wing. Sarah will take it down baseline, lays it up and in. Nice power move by Sarah Reckelberg along the baseline. No help from the DePere defense, and the Spartans go up 4-zip. With the basketball is Erin McGinn. She takes it to the front court, leaves it off for Hendrick, who drives down the lane. It's blocked by Faith. Stacy comes away with the basketball, gives it to Gutstein. She'll push it up court to Reckelberg, 17-footer from the left side, no good. Stays on the rebound. Stacy's hammered. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot a pair here, as the foul, I think, is going to go against Christy Gerke.
I get Jenny Hendrick.
Yeah, you were right. Jenny Hendrick will pick up the foul. Hendrick, a 5'10 junior, picks up the team's first foul in the game and her first personal as well.
Danielle Parton checking in. Or is she a starter? I don't think so.
Danielle Partain is the first player off the bench for Keith Coleman. In fact, Partain started most of the season, but Nikki Compton getting the starting assignment tonight as Coach Coleman decided to go with a three-guard offense. Base first free throw is no good. Second one on the way, nothing but net, and it's 5-0 Spartans with 6:09 left here in the first. Here come the Redbirds. Shelley Debaut with the basketball. She'll leave it off for McGinn, and will bring it up court. McGinn into the front court now, dumps it in the corner to Debaut. She'll throw up a 17-footer. It's no good. Rebounded by Fritz. Rachel falls to the floor, and she'll leave it off for Stacy Faith. Faith to Gutstein, who will bring it across the timeline for LC. Ann will take it down left side of the lane, kicks it out to Reckelberg on the wing. Sarah dribbles down. She gets whistled for a travel as she tried to take it to the hoop on the low post, and Sarah traveled. 5-0 our score. Spartans on the turnover.
Sarah's got to hit that little jump shot there. That's makeable right there.
Rachel Fritz tapping the inbound pass out of bounds as she cut off Nikki Compton, got to the ball before Compton, but they will stay DePere basketball as they inbound underneath the Spartan hoop. With the basketball is McGinn. She's triple teamed to the backcourt. She'll leave it off for Compton now, who will bring it up right side. Compton with it, top of the key. She'll leave it off now for Partain. Partain will go clear across court in the corner to McGinn. She'll throw up a three. It's blocked by Thace, but Stacy's going to get whistled for a foul. Stacy got a little more than basketball that time as Erin McGinn put up the three-point attempt from the corner.
That's Stacy's first foul. Can't afford to get her in foul trouble because they got some height out there. Shelley DeBoat is 6 feet, junior.
Yeah. In fact, about the leading rebounder in the Bay Conference this season.
Stacy just missed first. Kim Zeise from Kewanee beat her out by 6 rebounds this year. Otherwise, she came in second place. She led all year, and that's her first free throw for Nikki Compton. 5-1 LC.
Erin McGinn's second free throw is no good, and she was fouled on a three-pointer, so she'll get 3 throws. 3 free throws.
That's easy for you to say.
No, it's not. That's why I say it very slowly. 5:32 left here in the first. McGinn makes 1 of 3, but the rebound brought down there by Gerke. She'll take it to the paint and get whistled for a travel. Little delay on the call there by Tim Harkey, but, well, he got it right anyway, and we'll bring it back the other way. 4-point Spartan lead here as LC inbounds in the backcourt. And Gutstein will bring it up against man-to-man pressure being put on by McGinn. Gutstein will bring it up left side, falls to the floor. Rachel Fritz could not come up with a handle, and DePere coach Keith Coleman comes away with the basketball.
They're not, they look a little tentative tonight. I'm not sure what's happening there, and maybe it's the DePere defense that's giving a little trouble.
Well, they certainly are putting a lot of pressure on, and the full court pressure they put on Southern Door really was the difference in the overtime. There's one from the high block put up by Danielle Partain, and she hits it. And it's a 5-3 basketball game with 5:05 left here in the first. Engelbert lob inside for Stace. Stacy puts up a shot. She's hammered from behind. Shelley DeBout gets whistled for the foul. DeBout had perfect defensive position on Stacy that time as she was playing in front of her. And Stacy got the lob pass. Partain got some help from there. DeBout, I should say, got some help from the weak side, but she hammered Stacy from behind. So Thace will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Well, in our continuing effort to let you know where you can catch Spartan highlights, Bill Wixie from Channel 26 in the house tonight. So they will definitely have Spartan highlights. And somehow I have a feeling we'll probably be visited by all 4 TV stations before the night is over.
A lot of games going on tonight.
Faced with her second attempt, and that is up and good, and it is a 7-3 game. So Stacy puts the Spartans up by 4. Into the front court now comes Compton. She's got it inside the circle. She'll get it out to McGinn on the wing. Back up to Compton now. Compton will swing it right side. She'll dump it down to the corner now to Partain. Partain up top to McGinn. McGinn looks out the 3, drives in the paint, puts up a 10-footer. No good. Gets her own rebound. She'll take it back outside the arc. McGinn, an excellent basketball player. Lob pass inside for Gerke is incomplete, but coming out of there with the basketball is Partain. She puts up a 10-footer, no good, gets her own rebound. Spartans got to get him off the glass on the defensive end. McGinn with the basketball up at the top of the key. She'll swing it right side now to Compton. In the corner they go to DePere. DePere back up top now to Partain. Partain will swing it right side to Compton. Compton jump pass into Gerke. Jump shot from 8 is good by Christy Gerke. And she draws the Redbirds back to within a deuce. That's 7-5.
Nice form by Christy Gerke.
Nice follow through, snap of the wrist. She got all of her beef down there, right?
Yep.
Balance, eyes, elbows, and
follow through.
Follow through. There you go. With the basketball is Ann Gutstein. She'll swing it into the lane on a turnaround dribble, puts it off the glass and in from 5 feet away at the low block. And it's a 4-point Spartan lead with 3:45 left here in the first. DePere breaking the pressure defense put on by the Spartans as McGinn will bring it into the front court. Erin McGinn brings it into the front court and gives it off to Gerke on the wing on the left side behind the arc. She'll throw it up top of the key now to DePere. DePere lobs it inside to Gerke. Gerke will take face down into the paint. Stacy's going to get whistled for a foul, and Gerke gets the hoop and the arm. So she'll go to the free throw line with an opportunity to 3-point play here, and Stacy Faze, more importantly, picks up her second personal.
Stacy went with a pump fake and got her up in the air, and she drilled it for the 3-point potential.
You know, the thing of it is, as soon as Stacy got up in the air, she knew she didn't want to be there, and you could kind of see the grimace on her face as she went up.
Yeah.
Gerke will go to the free throw line to shoot 1. Christy Gerke, a WIAA scholar athlete, misses the free throw. Kristen Engelbert chases it down. She's pushed from behind, and we're going to whistle and a foul. It's going to go against Partain. So that for DePere will be their 3rd team foul. 2 team fouls on the Spartans, both on Stacy Faze. We've got just under 3.5 minutes left here in quarter number 1. LC with a 2-point lead, and they'll inbound the basketball in the backcourt.
You can tell DePere is a tough team. They're good defense. They're playing person-to-person out here.
McGinn will meet Gutstein at half court, and with the basketball, swings it left side to Frisk, to Reckelberg on the wing on the left side. Sarah looks inside, gets it to Faze inside the circle, back up top now to Frisk. Rachel will dribble in right side, kick it out on the wing on the right side to Gutstein, and holds it high above her head to Engelbert at the top of the key. Pop a 3 from there, Kristen, that'll bring him out. Out to Frisk. To Faze now with 3 minutes exactly remaining here in the first. So Reckelberg at the free throw line, and Sarah gets called for a travel.
She's got to take that shot out there. You know, she's been doing it since her freshman year. She got to put the ball down first. Coach Shane Uffer saying, yeah, come on.
DePere now with the basketball and an opportunity to tie as they bring it into the front court. Here's McGinn bringing it down the paint. Blocked by Faze, but McGinn chases down the ball, gets it out to Gerke, and she ties it up with a 5-foot jumper from the paint. And it's 9-9 with 2:45 left here in the first. Gutstein in the front court to Frisk at the top of the key. Rachel to Sarah Reckelberg on the wing on the left. On top of the key now to Faze. Stacy with the basketball will, lob it over to Frisk as Rachel had a hard time shaking Compton on the defense that time. To Engelbert, Kristen will dribble in left side, kick it in the corner to the left to Faze. High post now to Reckelberg. Sarah dribbles in, puts up a 10-footer, and cans it. It's 11-9. Spartans with a 2-point lead. DePere with the basketball as she helps bring it up as they try to break this pressure defense. McGinn loses her dribble in the backcourt but gets into the front court to Compton. Compton drives down the lane, tries to kick it low post to Gerke. Bad pass, and it'll be Spartan basketball on the turnover.
Always got to work the bounce pass. That was a nice drive. What they're doing is they're bringing DePere out here to try and break the Spartan zone press.
Gutstein with it at the free throw line. She'll head down the paint. We got a whistle and a foul.
Kristen Patrikas checking in.
2-0. Foul's going to go against McGinn. And also checking in is going to be Sarah Gerke. Or is it? No, it's not. Jenny Hendrick checking back in. Inbound pass will be triggered by Engelbert underneath the Spartan basket. She gets it out top to Gutstein and holds it high above her head. Looks for some cutters. Decides to take it now. Back. Well, she'll take it down left side of the lane. Lays it up. And great left-hand layup. 13-9 as the Spartans put their pressure defense onto the backcourt. Patricus' pass is batted away by Gutstein. Frisk could not chase it down. It'll be red ball, DePere basketball here in the backcourt.
No, they're saying it's Spartan ball.
Well, okay. I thought he was saying no, red, but I guess not. So Engelbert will inbound. It was off of red, and Gutstein will bring it into the front court. DePere, the Red Birds in their red road uniforms. Spartans, of course, in their home white with the maroon numbers. As Gutstein tries to take baseline that time, and Gerke gets whistled for a foul. As she kind of got a hip out there, and Keith Coleman saying, hey, she hooked her with an elbow, but Gerke's going to get whistled for the foul. That'll be the 15th foul on the Redbirds. And the first personal on Christy Gerke. Lob pass inbounds to Stacy Faze. Stacy holds it high out on the wing on the left side. She'll get it to Gutstein at top of the key and dribbles down, gives off to a wide open Engelbert for a 17-footer. No good. Rebound by Hendrick for DePere.
He was too open on that shot.
Compton across the timeline. She'll give it off to Patricus. She'll take it down to Gerke on the low post. The jump shot from 8 is good by Christy Gerke. And DePere draws back to within a deuce at 13-11 with a minute left. Gutstein into the front court now for the Spartans. She'll dribble with Patricus right on her butt. She'll give it to Faze now at the high post. Stacy on the wing on the right side. Back up top to Engelbert now as the Spartans will go for a last shot with 45 seconds left. Frisk fakes the drive, pulls it back out, and we got a whistle. And a carrying the ball violation against Rachel. They say she palmed it, so it'll be DePere basketball. They trail by a deuce, an opportunity to tie here with 41 seconds left in the quarter.
Sarah Gerke, checking in.
Inbound pass comes into Hendrick in the backcourt. Over to Patricus. She'll get it to Danielle Partain, who will leave it off for Compton, who brings it to the front court. Down to the corner, they dump it now to Hendrick on the right side. Back up top of the key now they go to Patricus. Dump it down for a baseline jumper by Partain. And Reckelberg there on the rebound for LC. She'll give it to Gutstein, who will bring it across the timeline with 20 seconds left. And holds it between the circles. Gutstein will leave it off for Frisk now at the top of the key. Rachel looking for some cutters with 11 seconds left. Gives it off to Stacy Faze at the top of the key to Engelbert. Kristen with a three-point range. She'll leave it off for Reckelberg. You better shoot it, Sarah. She does. And hits it for 17. We thought it was a 3. They only gave us 2. Yeah, she had to step inside the line. 15-11 is going to be the end. And he is the man. So 2-26 so far. Your places for Spartan highlights tonight if you couldn't make it to the basketball game. Speaking of best-dressed guys, Fred Kramer over on the bench back with a tie here tonight. A brand new tie with little orange basketballs all over it. Very nice.
I guess so.
Into the front court comes Kristen Patricus. She holds it high above her head to Gerke at the high post. She'll dribble down the lane. We've got a whistle and a foul. And it's going to go against Reckelberg, I believe.
I think so.
I hope. We went because Stacy Faze was the only other player in the area.
They switched to a 1-3-1 zone defense to try and stop Christy Gerke, and that hasn't stopped her, though. She's awesome.
Well, not yet. We'll see as the quarter goes on. Inbound pass comes into McGinn out of wing on the left side. She'll go to Gerke down low. Blocked by Faze from behind, and Reckelberg gets the rebound. Well, Gerke got the shot, which she wasn't supposed to. Faze with it down to the low post. She'll give it to Engelbert on a baseline pass. Kristen's fadeaway from 8 is no good. And DePere has the basketball as McGinn brings it across the timeline. She's got it on the wing on the left side now. Pretty high dribble as she gives it over to Patricus, who will work it right side. Patricus into the paint now. Stops. Leaves it off for Gerke at the low post. Out top they go now to McGinn on the wing on the left side, who will drive in baseline at Gutstein. Her shot blocked by Faze, rebounded by Reckelberg. Stacy kind of backed away from that because she didn't want to get whistled for a foul, and Reckelberg had to get the rebound. Engelbert with it on the wing on the right side. Lob pass inside to Stacy, off the glass and in. It's 17-11 here with 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Patricus with it at half court, loses her dribble, gives it off to McGinn on the wing on the right side. They go in the corner now on the right side to DePaut. DePaut, lob inside to Gerke, no weak side help at all, and Gerke lays it up and in. At it 17-13, Spartans by 4.
And you can do it, we can do it.
Frisk with it, lob inside to Faze. Stacy gets the... Stacy got fouled, but they say she traveled first. So Stacy will turn the basketball back over to the Redbirds. DePere trails by 4.
When you get fouled, then that makes you travel. Unbelievable, right in front of them.
Inbound pass will be triggered by Hendrick. She will get it into DeBout, who will go to McGinn, who will bring it across the timeline. McGinn tries to push it up the floor now, as she'll leave it off top of the key now for Petrikis. They go to Gerke in the paint, stripped from behind by Faith and Frisk, and Rachel will take it coast to coast and lay it up and in. It's 19-3, Spartans by a half a dozen. DePere trying to break the pressure defense, and a travel called on Hendrick in the backcourt. And things starting out now for the Redbirds.
This is what Southern Door did against DePere. They came back from 17 down with the press. I think that's their weak spot, is their guards bringing the ball up.
Engelbert will inbound underneath the Spartan hoop. She'll get it into Reckelberg at the free throw line. A stop and pop. Nothing but error on that shot by Sarah Reck, but saved nicely by Faith to Engelbert. The gut side for a 3. It's good. 22-13. Spartans by 9.
Better have called the TO, baby. Oh, Sarah
and we have a foul on Sarah Reckelberg in the backcourt, as there were 4 Spartans around Petrikis that time. And boy, I was concerned that if she'd pass the ball, there'd be nobody left but Stacy Faith on the defensive end of the court. But Reckelberg gets whistled for her second personal foul. That is going to bring Sarah Jurovitz off the bench. So she'll check in for Reckelberg. And we're getting all the assignments down here, and we're set to go. 22-13 our score. 6 minutes left here. The first half as Erin McGinn brings it into the front court. Erin with it at the top of the key. She'll leave it off now for DeBout, who also holds it between the circles. To Gerke at the free throw line. Outside to Compton. 3 on the way is good. 22-16.
You can't let her take that shot. She's a good shot.
Into the front court now come the Spartans. Frisk with it to Faith down low post. Stacy's shot no good. We got a whistle and a traveling call on Compton.
They had 2 DePere Redbirds on the ball that time. That was a good call. And Stacy's going to make that shot.
So Engelbert will line him up on the free throw line. She'll trigger the inbound pass to Faith at the top of the key. Stacy holds it high above her head. She'll leave it off now for Gutstein. And will work it left side to Rachel Frisk. Rachel with the basketball tries to take it into the paint. Pulls it out momentarily. We're going to whistle and a foul on McGinn. That's going to be her second personal. 16 foul on the Redbirds.
This reminds me of that Denmark LC game the other night with a lot of hand checking.
The boys game, yeah.
And you got to call those. I mean, you can't do it in the NBA, can't do it in college, can't do it in high school.
Mandy Metzler will check into the game, and Gutstein will now go to forward as Metzler will join Rachel Frisk at a guard position. Engelbert will trigger the inbound pass for LC. Kristen's inbound pass comes into Gutstein, court to the right side. And holds it high above her head, out top now to Frisk on the left side to Metzler between the circles. Mandy gets set to set up the play. Frisk with it on the wing on the left side to Faith at the free throw line. Stacy out to Metzler on the wing on the right. Mandy back up top now to Frisk as they swing it to Engelbert. Kristen will throw up a 3 from the left side wing. No good. Just a little short, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be DePere basketball.
You can see she's breathing heavy out there. It's been a tough game so far. 5:01 left in the second period. 22-16 in favor of LC.
Hendrick will trigger the inbound pass. She'll get it into DeBout in the backcourt. Back to Hendrick, who will bring it across the timeline, and she gets called for carrying the ball as she brings it across the timeline, and will bring it back the other way on the turnover.
Again, you got to get the ball into Compton's hands. She's the guard. She can bring the ball up. Also, number 20,
McGinn, right?
McGuinn. Those are the 2 gals that should be bringing the ball up.
Into the front court comes Metzler. She'll leave it off for Engelbert out top left side. Engelbert to Faith up at the top of the key. Stacy will swing it to Engelbert on the left side. Kristen looking to dump it down low as Gutstein was posting one of the guards up in there, and the pass incomplete, goes out of bounds. It'll be DePere basketball in front of their own bench.
Right, she's trying to force that ball in there. Sarah Rickelberg checking back in for Mandy Metzler.
So the Spartans with their starting 5 back on the floor. DePere's Partain on the inbound pass. She'll get it into McGinn. McGinn will bring it across the timeline now on the right side. She'll leave it off top of the key now for Partain. Partain will take it into the ticket back out top now to DeBout. We get a whistle and a travel on DeBout. She looks down at her feet. thinking there was something wrong with them, but they apparently the feet are working perfectly. She just moved them both at the same time. 22-16 our score. 4:22 left here in the first half.
You can use a little bucket here. Rachel's got a drive and dish or drive and shoot.
Frisk with it to Faith now at the top of the key. Inside to Reckelberg. She's pushed by Partain. They say no shot, but it is 17 fouls on the Redbirds, so Sarah Reck will go to the free throw line anyway. And that foul.
They're working the screens down low real nice. I'd like to see a few more screens set on Rachel Frisk's person guarding her, because she's the gal that can really light it up. Right now she's only got 2 points. That's well below her average.
Foul's going to go against Partain. That is her third personal, 7th team foul, as we said. Reckelberg's first one, no good. That rattles around and does not fall. And DePere will bring it back the other way with an opportunity to cut this lead down to 3 or 4. McGinn with it to Gerke at the high post. She'll swing into the corner now to Debout. Back up top, they go to Compton. She'll drive into the paint, lay it up, and in. Hoop in the arm. As, I think Stacey Faith perhaps on the foul. We'll check and see. 32, Kristen Engelbert is going to be the guilty party.
That's good. We can't afford to have Stacey get foul trouble.
22-18 is the score. Barb Schartner checks into the game now, and Stacey Faith will have a seat. Just under 4 minutes remaining here in quarter number 2. Glad to have you along tonight on WBDK, Algoma, Luxembourg, Casco.
And DePere. I don't know if they can get our station down that far away.
You better believe they can, as Compton makes the free throw as well to cut the Spartan lead down to 3, 22-19.
DePere not going away. They're sticking real close to the Spartans.
Gutstein into the front court. We'll leave it off now for Frisk. Rachel to Barb Schartner at the high post, right side. Schartner to Engelbert on the wing on the left side. Kristen to Reckelberg at the free throw line. Sarah fakes the 3, goes back out to Engelbert on the wing. Back to Sarah at the top of the key. Reckelberg with it will swing it out to Gutstein, and will throw up a 3. Gets the shot, but they say no. Blocking foul on Engelbert inside, so that's going to be Kristen's second personal foul. 16 foul on the Spartans.
You got to look at the hand checking too. I don't understand that. This blows my mind.
So we've got 16 fouls on the Spartans. DePere will be shooting on the next one. And the inbound pass now triggered by Gerke in the backcourt. She will get the basketball back on the return pass from Patricus. They get it into the front court now to Debout. To Patricus at the free throw line. She'll take it into the paint. A couple of steps. Shot no good. Gerke on the rebound. She's tied up by Gutstein and Schartner. They're going to call it jump ball. Gerke just smiles because I think she thought that somebody had a hold of her hand along with that. And she'll go down to the other end and play some defense now, as the Spartans with a 3-point lead will bring it back the other way. 22-19 our score, 3:20 left in the first half.
DePere with a nice little run here.
Bad pass intended for Reckelberg. Could not be chased down before it went out of bounds, as Rachel Frisk gave up chase on it. And DePere will get it on the turnover. 3:14 left here in the first. Patricus double-teamed in the backcourt. She travels, gives it off to Compton. Compton will bring it across the timeline and reach in. And I think that may be on Engelbert or Reckelberg.
No, that's Reckelberg. That's her third.
Either one, it would be their third. Reckelberg gets it, and she'll have a seat as Sarah Jurovitz gets set to check back in for the Spartans. 22-19 our score. 3 minutes and 7 seconds remaining here in first quarter of play. As Nikki Compton goes to the free throw line for DePere.
Can't reach as people go driving by. You got to move your feet, anticipate that, beat them to the spot.
Compton's had kind of a history of knee problems, but she's shaking them off this season and playing with great success. Makes that free throw to cut the lead down to a deuce. One more free throw on the way from Compton.
I think we were up by about 6 or 8. Mark at one time.
Yes, that was, in fact, a 9 actually was the biggest lead of the game, as Compton makes them both. Got the lead back down to 1. So Gutstein will bring it to the front court now for LC. Jump pass out top to Frisk. Rachel with it at the free throw line. Spins, takes up a jump shot. No good. Rebounded inside, and it's lost on the floor. And Frisk comes away with it. Shoot it. Rachel's got it 8 feet from the bucket. Puts up the shot. It's no good. And DeBault there on the rebound for DePere. So DeBout comes away with the basketball, and she will leave it off now for Patricus, who will bring it across the timeline. Patricus with the basketball as she'll bring it into the front court and leave it off now for Compton. Compton to Patricus, and it is stripped away by Gutstein. Patricus travels with it as she picks up the loose ball on the floor.
I don't agree with that call. If you're sitting there not moving, I can see if you roll over or whatever. Keith Coleman saying the same thing. How can you call that?
Well, that, and I'm not so sure that Ann Gutstein's move was entirely clean, or at least from where the coach was sitting. Gutstein brings it to the front court. She'll dump it to the corner of the right side now to Engelbert. Engelbert with the basketball back up top to Gutstein, to Engelbert in the corner. Kristen shoots a three as she drives in, 10 feet away, gives it to Space at the low block down up top now to Gutstein, who drives the lane and lays it up and in. And Gutstein puts the Spartans up 24-21 with 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. And we've got a traveling call on Patricus as she tries to bring it into the front court. She also ran right into Ann Gutstein.
She's not a person that should be dribbling the ball up again, get it into Nikki Compton's hands. She can handle the ball. Look at a foul there. Look at a foul.
Risk with the basketball at the high post left side to Jurovitz in the corner of the left, up at the free throw line to Gutstein. She'll drive the paint. We've got a whistle and a foul on Compton. And that's going to send Ann Gutstein to the free throw line for the Spartans.
That's Nikki Compton's first foul. 8th team foul. 24-21. It's been a rough, tough game, and there's bodies flying all over the place, Mark.
Rachel Frisk, the Spartan money player. Mike Shanehofer says this is her team, and she certainly has not been able to do it on the scoring end, but Rachel's leadership certainly is showing out there tonight as Ann Gutstein's going to go to the free throw line for LC.
Well, right now you have Christy Gerke and also Shelby Bach. Their two big players have not sat on the bench yet, so we'll see what they have in that fourth quarter.
Gutstein at the free throw line. 3-point lead for the Spartans. Ann will shoot the bonus. First one is up and in.
Ann is a player tonight. She's sitting there with about 12 points already.
Of course, her big game from the free throw line against Kewanee back on the 10th of January. 6 of 6 in the fourth quarter, 8 of 11 for the game. And she's 2 of 2 from that to stay at the line to put the Spartans back up by a nickel, 26-21. In the backcourt is Compton. She runs into Engelbert, and Kristen's going to pick up her.
That was terrible. She was set.
So Engelbert will probably go to the bench as Shelley Paul gets set to check into the game.
Jill Shevchik.
Jill Shevchik, excuse me.
That's number 3 on Shelley. Engelbert. She was standing right there. Compton had her head down and went right into her. Unbelievable.
So the Spartans with 2 starters on the bench in Reckleberg and Engelbert, as they have both picked up their 3rd fouls here in the first half of play. And Compton will go to the free throw line for the Redbirds.
1:46 left in the second period.
Nikki Compton hard off the back, but it falls for her, and she'll get another opportunity to pull her team to within 3.
That's called a shooter's roll, Mark. She had good backspin on the ball. Nice form. If you're watching the game tonight, young players, that's excellent form there.
And the second one is up and in, and it is 26-23. Spartans by 3 with 1:45 left here in the half. Into the front court comes Gutstein. She'll leave it off for Frisk. Rachel with it outside the arc will give it to Stace at the high post right side. Stacy with it to Shevchik now as Jill looks inside, dumps it instead outside to Sarah Jurovitz. Jurovitz will swing it now on the left side to Gutstein in the corner to Shevchik. Back to Gutstein of the wing in the corner to Shevchik on the left side. Lob inside to Face. Stacy off the glass and in. 28-23. Spartans back up by a nickel with 1:15 left. DeBout with it in the backcourt. She'll get it to Gerke, who will leave it off for McGinn, who will bring it into the front court now for the Redbirds. McGinn with it at the top of the key, swings it right side to DeBout. DeBout clear across court to Compton. Compton with the basketball, low post. The shot blocked by Face, and I think Stacy's going to pick up her 3rd.
I think it's Sarah Gutstein.
Yep, Ann Gutstein,
pardon me.
28-23 our score, 1:01 left in the game, and Nikki Compton goes back to the free throw line. She's keeping fairly deadly from there so far tonight.
She's keeping them in the game tonight. She's got all the points except 2 that Kristen Gerke had.
First one is up and off the back of the iron, no good, and kind of a grimace as Compton turns around, kind of gritting her teeth. Ooh, didn't like the way that one looked or felt at all.
5'7" junior. Again, knows how to handle the ball.
Second one is up and in, nothing but net, and she pulls her team to within 4 as the Spartans bring it into the front court now. Gutstein with the basketball. She'll swing it left side to Rachel Frisk out top. To Thace, high post. Stacy will throw up an 18-footer. She called glass and banks it in, and it's 30-24. Spartans up by a half a dozen again.
They all count.
Compton with it. She'll get around Gutstein into the front court and pull it out now and set up the offense. DeBout with it to McGinn right side. McGinn with it out top will swing it to DeBout in the corner now to Compton. Compton will dump it to Gerke, low post. Turnaround jumper is no good, but rebounded inside by the other Gerke. Shot in the way by DeBout is no good. And Gerke on the rebound. That is Sarah Gerke, and she gets her first 2 points of the night to cut the Spartan lead back down to 4.
Again, we didn't have Sarah Rickelberg in there, our big rebounder.
12 seconds left, and we got a whistle and a foul.
They've been doing that all night, running right through our blocks. First time they got called for that.
So Gutstein, I guess, will go back to the free throw line for the Spartans.
Second foul on Shelley DeBout. 12 seconds left, up by 4, and Gutstein on the line. Shooting bonus.
And Barb Shartner will check into the basketball game, kind of a defensive substitution for the Spartans.
Boy, I'd like to see Stacy Thace sitting on the bench right now at 12 seconds to go. There's no sense in her picking up another foul.
Gutstein will go to the free throw line for the Spartans. First one is up and no good. And the rebound battled for, and coming out of there with it is Sarah Gerke for DePere. She'll get it to Petrikis, to Christy Gerke, who drives the lane and lays it up and in. And DePere cuts the Spartan lead down to 2 here before halftime. There is the buzzer, and we are going to the locker room. Our score, Luxembourg-Casco 30 and DePere 28. It has been an exciting first half of play. The second half will be more of the same. We'll recap that first half for you and begin our halftime programming in 2 minutes. Our halftime program brought to you by the Van Dries Oil Company. Big or small, if it's a diesel, it deserves Amoco Premier Diesel Fuel. Back with the halftime show in 2 minutes. You're listening to Luxembourg-Casco High School basketball on WBDK.
Big or small, if it's a
diesel play at the St. Norbert College on Saturday. On next week, I should say.
Right. Should be exciting. I learned that the tickets are going to go on sale for whoever advances out of here on Saturday at noon. There are no pre-sale tickets.
Okay.
It means you get there and you get in line and you fight and kick and whatever you can do to get a ticket.
So they go on sale at
DePere, at Denmark on Saturday.
At what time?
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock, and tip-off is scheduled for 1.
1, yeah.
Okay. So there you have it. Saturday's game tips off about 1 o'clock if the Spartans are in it. And we should be on the air somewhere in the neighborhood of 12:30, 12:45, somewhere in there. But first, we've got to get past a very difficult DePere team here, and we are just about set to go with the second half. Glad to have you along tonight on WBDK, the Van Dries halftime show, sponsored by Van Dries Oil, big or small. If it's a diesel, it deserves Amoco Premier Diesel Fuel. Into the front court comes Erin McGinn for the DePere Redbirds. She holds it on the left side, dumps it down low to Christy Gerke. Her shot no good, and Gerke and Reckelberg tie up for the rebound, and they've got a jump ball, and on the alternating possession, it becomes Spartan basketball.
Good position by Sarah Rickelberg again. We need her in there because she's tenacious on the boards.
2-point lead for the Spartans as they bring it into the front court. Kristen Engelbert has lost one of the many hair bows in her hair.
I think Ann Gutstein's knee is bothering her a little bit. I'm not sure the way she's kind of limping out there.
So Kristen will do a quick job on her coif and put that back in, and we are set to go now. 7:42 left here in the third quarter, just underway here on WBDK. Glad to have you along. Stolen pass by Compton. She takes it down, lays it up and in, and we've got a tie basketball game with 7:35 left here in the third.
I saw that coming.
Gutstein in the front court, leaves it off for Frisk. Rachel with a jump shot from the baseline, no good. Rebounded there by McGinn. Tim Hartke almost gets plowed over as he's picking up another hair bow. McGinn takes it baseline, blocked by Thace, but Stacy's going to get the foul.
She's just going to stand there. She can't put her hand up like that.
Stacy could have probably drawn an offensive foul had she not had her hands up in the air. So Erin McGinn will go to the free throw line for the Redbirds. McGinn averaged 10.7 points per game last year, 10.2 this year. Second team all-conference selection last year, and also among the team leaders in assists, among the conference leaders in steals last year, a 4-year starter.
Again, she hasn't scored tonight, and she still hasn't missed the free throw, but she was shooting, so she will get another shot at it. Could take the lead. This could be DePere's first lead.
She's had some knee problems in previous years as well, but it'd be tough to know tonight. McGinn misses the second as well, but Gerke chases down the rebound. Out to McGinn, three, no good. Frisk on the rebound for the Spartans. She'll come down one-on-one against McGinn and lay it up and lay it hard. And it's rebounded there by Compton for DePere. Compton will bring it back the other way. She'll bring it up right side. She'll leave it off up top now for McGinn. McGinn guarded by Gutstein. They'll go on the wing to DeBout. DeBout dumps it into Sarah Gerke. Her shot no good. She gets her own rebound and lays it up and in. So Sarah Gerke puts the Redbirds up 32-30. Gutstein will take it down the paint, lays it up, lays it short, and DeBout on the rebound. I think that's the Redbirds' first lead of the night tonight at 32-30.
That's correct.
With the basketball is Erin McGinn. She'll leave it off up top for Shelley DeBout. DeBout down low to Sarah Gerke, who lays it short, and a rebound there by Sarah Reckelberg for the Spartans. Jill Shevchik also in the basketball game for LC. Lob pass down low intended for Thays. Stacy cannot find the handle, and Nikki Thompson comes up with it for the Redbirds. She'll give it off to McGinn, who races past Frisk. Down into the paint. Low post to Gerke. She'll put it up and in from the low post on the left side. A 5-foot jumper, and the Redbirds are up by 4. Timeout Spartans. A 4-point lead for DePere with 6:04 left in the third. We're back with more. You're listening to Electric Ball Team. The Redbirds coming in with a 14-7 record, but that is extremely deceptive.
Again, we missed a couple. They made a couple.
And that's pretty much the difference in the basketball game. The Redbirds have been shooting an awful lot of free throws, but fortunately for the Spartans have not been able to connect on a lot of them, especially of late. Metzler into the basketball game now for the Spartans. She'll bring it across the timeline. Mandy to Kristen Engelbert, wing on the left side. Kristen up top of the key now to Stacy Faith. Stacy will leave it off for Metzler on the wing on the right. Up top of the key to Engelbert. Here's a three on the way. Off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound battled for, and Reckelberg chases it down to the corner of the right side. Out on the wing on the right to Metzler to Engelbert out near half court. She'll swing it to Metzler on the right side. Mandy will swing it to Reckelberg. Reckelberg clear across court to Frisk at the top of the key. Rachel working one-on-one against McGinn. She'll swing it to Engelbert on the wing on the left side. Faith now with it between the circles. She's guarded by DeBout. To Frisk. Rachel will take it down baseline. Jump shot on the way from 10 is up and good. Spartans have cut the lead down to a deuce as they put full court pressure defense on Redbirds. Erin McGinn gets the basketball to Nikki Compton, who brings it to the front court. She'll drive down the paint, kick into the corner to DeBout, back up top to McGinn, to Gerke inside. Christy Gerke's jump shot from 10, no good. Rebounded there by Engelbert, and here come the Spartans. Metzler will bring it up right side. On the wing on the right to Frisk, I should say. Inside to Faith. Stacy's shot no good. Well, we got a foul on Gerke inside.
Could be 34, I'm not sure.
So Stacy will go to the free throw line.
Oh, you're right.
A pair, as she is fouled by Christy Gerke. That for Gerke, her second personal foul, and the first team foul here on the Redbirds in this half.
Got to make those shots. That's very important. Again, every shot that you get inside there must go in.
So at the free throw line is Stacy Faith. Stacy's first one is short.
Yeah, she was 3 for 4 the first half. A lot of swishers out there.
She'll get a second opportunity, however, with an opportunity to pull the Spartans to within 1. Stacy's next one no good. We got a whistle. And 2-0. Yeah, it's going to be a foul on Erin McGinn as she tried to go over the back, I guess, of Sarah Reckelberg.
I think she went in the circle too much because they're going to give Stacy another shot at it.
Okay.
Because otherwise that would have been just the first team foul and they've been putting it out of bounds.
Right. So they say she was in the paint too quick. Faith makes that one, and the Spartans are to within 1 at 34-33, 4:45 left here in the third quarter.
Don't go away now.
McGinn with it in the back clear end. Mandy Metzler brings it across the timeline for LC. Spartans bench played a very big role in the win over Kewanee the other night, and Mandy looking to do the same here. Faith with a shot. She caught an elbow from Hendrick on the way up.
Got knocked down. No call.
Stacy got the shot, puts the Spartans up by 1. With the basketball on the wing is Compton. She'll leave it off up top for McGinn. McGinn, high post to Gerke. Gerke dribbles down to the low post. Shot no good. Reckelberg on the rebound for the Spartans. Sarah doing a beautiful job of protecting the basketball. Metzler will bring it into the front court for LC. She'll swing it over the left side now to Reckelberg. Back up top to Metzler. Mandy to Engelbert now out top. Kristen with the ball will leave it off for Face at the top of the key on the wing on the right side now to Mandy. Up top to Engelbert. 3 on the way by Kristen is short. Got to follow those shots. Metzler gets into the paint and chases down the loose basketball. So the Spartans will keep it. Mandy will swing it right side to Frisk. Down low post to Face. Good help on the weak side. Stacy shot no good, but Reckelberg there on the rebound. And it rattles around and falls for Sarah. And the Spartans go back up by 3 at 37-34. 3:20 left here in the third. McGinn into the front court.
She dribbles so high, but she still brings it down.
She'll leave it off for Compton at the top of the key, who dribbles into the paint on Metzler, and we got a whistle and a foul. It's going to go against Mandy.
Yeah, I hope so, because Sarah Rickelberg was reaching in there also. That would have been 4 on her.
So Metzler will pick up the foul. Second team foul on the Spartans. And the first personal on Mandy as Ann Gutstein checks into the basketball game now for LC.
They taped her knee up a little bit. I knew she was...
And Denise Partain will check back in for the Redbirds. Or Danielle, excuse me. Inbound pass will be triggered here by Hendrick. And we are set to go. Hendrick will look to lob it inbounds. It is touched by DePere. McGinn chases it down to the back court. It's an over and back violation on the Redbirds.
I'm not sure on that. That's touched by us, but I don't know if he had control of it.
Well, I think what they're saying, though, is DePere did touch it in the front court and then chased it down to the back court. But you're right, they did not have control of it. Gutstein with it. She'll bring it across the timeline, leave it off for Engelbert on the wing on the left side. Engelbert to Face at the top of the key. Stacy over to Ann Gutstein on the wing on the right side. Gutstein down low on the baseline to Reckelberg. Sarah will take him inside. We got a whistle and a foul.
That'll be number 4 on Danielle
Partain will pick up the foul. 2-2 picks up number 4, and that'll be team foul number 3. Team foul number 2. My apologies. And okay. Compton will check back in after a very short rest. McGinn also checking out.
She's working hard to bring the ball up.
Inbound pass from Engelbert comes into Reckelberg in the corner. Sarah throws up a 17-footer and hits it. And it's a 5-point Spartan lead at 39-34. Into the front court comes Petricus. She'll take it down baseline. Tries to pass it to Gerke, but she could not find the handle, could Sarah Gerke, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be DePere basketball in their own front court. Hendrick will trigger the inbound pass. She'll get it in the corner to Sarah Gerke. Back to Hendrick. Back up top now. They go to Petricus. She'll drive the paint. Stops at the free throw line. Dumps it down low to Sarah. Gerke is blocked by Stacy Face. Gutstein gets it. Keeps the dribble going despite falling to the floor. And Ann will bring it down to the other end. She'll leave it off for Stacy.
She was up in the air.
And they called her for a travel, but she was looking to pass it to Stacy Face that time. And it'll be a turnover for the Spartans. A 5-point lead for LC with 2:22 remaining here in the third.
As long as you're up in the air, you can't be called for traveling.
So the inbound pass will be triggered now by Christy Gerke. She'll get it inbound to Erin McGinn. McGinn did not get much of a rest either as she brings it across the timeline. Nice cut move as she takes it up left side on Gutstein. Now going baseline is McGinn. She's cut off by Reckelberg. McGinn will hold it now at the wing, dumps it down low to Christy Gerke. Her jump shot from 8, no good. Engelbert there on the rebound for the Spartans. She'll give it off to Gutstein, who will push it up on the right side to Reckelberg. And Sarah holds it on the wing on the right. Back up top to Gutstein, to Frisk on the wing on the right. Rachel up top to Reckelberg, to Gutstein on the left side. And down to the paint, and they got a traveling call against Gutstein. Ann thought she was fouled as she tried a little underhanded layup that time. Kind of out of position for that shot, but she thought she'd try and draw the foul, and Ann's going to check out. And Mandy Metzler back in for LC, and Ann definitely in some pain with that knee. In the backcourt is Compton. She'll bring it across the timeline. Double teamed by Engelbert and Frisk into the front court. With the basketball is DePere. She wants a timeout. Our score, Luxembourg Casco 39, DePere 34. A minute 39 left in the third. We're back with more. Mark Hans and John Werner back with it. Luxembourg Casco High School girls regional action. DePere trailing by 5. They've got the basketball. Lob pass into the paint is picked off by Sarah Reckelberg. Sarah will leave it off for Mandy Metzler, who brings it to the front court now for LC. Metzler with it on the wing to Frisk, who found the handle, takes it baseline, now kicks it back up top to Reckelberg, and Sarah gets called for a travel.
God, she's got to learn to put that ball down first. She's got to put the ball down on the ground first before she makes that move.
Minute 25 left here in the third. DePere will inbound now in the backcourt. Full court pressure defense being applied by the Spartans. They'll get it into McGinn. She'll come up one-on-one against Rachel Frisk. McGinn with a spin dribble at half court will take it down into the paint now and kick it out to Sarah Gerke. Back to McGinn. McGinn holds it on the wing on the right side. She'll dribble around the top of the arc now and hold it between the circles. To DeBout now on the wing on the left side. DeBout looking for some cutters inside, holds it high above her head, leaves it off for Compton at the top of the key. Compton will swing it left side on the wing. And she is trying to throw the pass, gets it to McGinn down low post to Christy Gerke, to McGinn in the corner of the left side. McGinn will take baseline. She is stopped, throws the baseline pass to DeBout, and they say it will be Spartan basketball as DePere threw it away.
Boy, they look like they're traveling out there. They're a little undecided right now. DePere is pushing a little bit. We're up by 5, 48 seconds left to go in the third period. And
Go ahead.
Rachel Frisk is not really, only got 4 points so far. We got to get her back into the game. She can really fighting factor.
Metzler with it to Frisk, to Faith, to Engelberg. Kristen holds it at the top of the key. She'll give it out to Reckelberg. Reckelberg with it as she leaves it off now for Metzler at the high post. Mandy over to Rachel Frisk on the right side. Frisk out to Faith. Stacy holds it high above her head. Out to Engelberg. Kristen inside the arc, just one step. Out top to Reckelberg. Sarah will swing it now to the right side to Mandy Metzler. Metzler on the wing on the left. Over to Faze now as Stacy holds it high above her head with 10 seconds left. To Frisk in the paint to Reckelberg. Nice turnaround jumper from 5 is good. 41-37, Spartans by 7, and that's the end of quarter number 3. Our score, Luxembourg.
Call me, Frank Barrowman, your experienced American Republic agent. I can be reached by either calling my home in Algoma or my office in Green Bay.
Mark and John back with you as the fourth quarter is underway. Into the front court comes Erin McGinn. She'll hold it between the circles and swing it to DeBout now on the right side. DeBout to Compton at the top of the key. Nikki Compton back to DeBout. She pulls Stacy Faith way out top as they dump it in the corner now to Partain. She's in with 4 fouls. Partain kicks it back out to Compton. 3 on the way. Off the back of the iron. No good. Faith had the rebound, and as she brought it down on top of Partain. And Partain's going to get whistled for her 5th personal foul. And that was just a case of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Stacy brought the ball down right on top of Partain's head, and they call Partain for the foul.
So you got to let a person come down, and I understand that call. The Pier fans can't, but I understand that because you have to give a person time to come down, a space to come down.
So Partain will grab a seat at the end of the bench, and Hendrick will check back into the basketball game. Nice round of applause for Partain as she is done. Just a junior. She will be back for one more season with Coach Keith Coleman.
Up by 7:35 to go. This is where you got to start your run.
Got signed into the front court for LC. She'll give it off to Rachel Frisk out top to Stacy Faith. Stacy with an 18-footer. No good. Rebounded by DeBout for DePere. She'll give it off to McGinn, who will bring it across the timeline. Erin McGinn will swing it over to Compton on the left side. She'll take it into the paint, lay it up, rattles around. No good. Rebound by Hendrick, and she puts up a shot. They're going to call Kristen Engelberg for a foul. Kristen was just standing there, and she said, I didn't do anything. She backed right into me. And Rachel Frisk says, we got to watch the fouls.
They get inside position on us on that one, Mark, and again, that's what we got to do is work inside, and Jenny Hendrick will shoot 2. 7:12 left in the game, 41-34, favor of LC. Plenty of time.
Hendrick scored in double digits in a win over West DePere back on the 31st of January. That's the last time she was in double digits, scoring 17 in that basketball game, her season high. And she makes 1 out of 2 to make it a 41-35 basketball game. Spartans now up by a half a dozen. Into the front court comes Gutstein. She'll leave it off for Frisk. Rachel will hold it high above her head. Swing it now right side to Gutstein on the wing. And over to Kristen Engelbert on the high post left side. Out top they go to Reckelberg. Down to the baseline now to Frisk. Rachel will dribble it to the corner. But we got a whistle and a 3-second violation on the Spartans. And we'll send it back the other way on the turnover. So just when the Spartans look like they've got an opportunity to put another nail in the coffin, they turn it over and send it back the other way.
Rachel just seems so tentative tonight. She's not driving and taking that ball to the bucket.
McGinn will bring it across the timeline for the Redbirds. She'll hold it left side out on the wing. Back up top of the key now to DeBout. DeBout will pull Stacey Faye's way out. Engelbert picks off the pass but could not come up with the handle. She tapped it out top and DeBout chased it down to the backcourt. She'll give it off to McGinn, who will dribble on the wing on the left side. She'll dribble in on Frisk, throw up a two-pointer and hits it. Nothing but net for Erin McGinn. And the DePere fans raise to their feet as this lead is back down to just 4. Metzler with it to Frisk. Out to top now to Stacey Faith behind the arc to Engelbert on the wing on the left side. Kristen with it over to Reckelberg. Sarah fakes the 3, leaves it off for Frisk. Rachel with the basketball out top. She is guarded man-to-man by McGinn. She'll swing it to Reckelberg on the wing on the right side to Faith out at the top of the key. She'll leave it off for Metzler. Out top is the Spartans very content to let some clock tick here with 5:45 left in the basketball game and a 4-point LC lead. Frisk with it to Reckelberg, and Sarah will drive the paint, and we got a whistle and a foul. I think it's going to go against Compton. And the Spartans will inbound underneath their own hoop. Actually, it's going to be 42 with Hendrick, who's going to get whistled for the foul. Jenny Hendrick, the 5'10 junior, will pick up her second personal.
Mandy Metzler coming and doing a great job of giving Ann Gutstein some time here.
And back into the basketball game now as Kristen Engelbert will trigger the inbound pass under the Spartan hoop. Engelbert gets it into the corner to Frisk. Out top they go now to Reckelberg. Sarah will shoot up a 19-footer. It's no good. Gutstein on the rebound, and the putback from the paint is good. A 5-foot jumper by Ann, and the Spartans back up by a half a dozen.
We got Reckelberg and Gutstein filling in for Rachel Frisk tonight.
Compton with it. Gutstein giving her more problems than she wants. She'll get it out to DeBout now. Free throw line extended right side. In the circle now to Hendrick. Now they swing it left side to Compton. Compton with it in the corner. She will go into the paint. Lays it up. Misses. And Engelbert there on the rebound for LC. Kristen got herself in some foul trouble early, but that has not been a problem here in this half as both she and Sarah Reckelberg have been foul-less. Stays with it out top to Frisk. Rachel will take it to the free throw line. Now pull it back out to Reckelberg. Reckelberg with it to Gutstein. Gutstein over to Engelbert. Kristen will hold it out top. She'll give it off to Stacey Faith. Stacey pulling DeBout way out of the inside. Leaves it off for Frisk now on the wing on the right. To Reckelberg. Sarah will throw up a 20-footer. No good. Rebounded by Engelbert. Kristen with a putback. We'll get a whistle and a foul inside. That's going to go against Christy Gerke. So Gerke will pick up the personal foul. It'll be team foul number 5 on the Redbirds. And that's for Gerke, personal foul number 3, right?
Yep. Again, they can't afford to lose her. She hasn't scored but 2 points in the second half.
Spartans will line up along the right side of the lane. They'll get it out to the inbound pass. Comes into Faith. Her shot no good. Engelbert had the rebound momentarily, but McGinn comes out of there with it for DePere. She'll leave it off for Petritis, who will bring it into the front court to Gerke in the corner on the left side. Looks off the 3, kicks it back up top to Petritis. She'll swing it over to McGinn on the right side. McGinn dribbles it off her knee. Frisk picks up the loose ball, and she is tied up. Alternating possession goes to the Spartans as they call a jump ball. LC with a 6-point lead, 4:09 left in the game.
You got to take care of the ball. Get us in the bonus situation. Free throws or layups right now. We got to work on that.
Gutstein into the front court for LC. She'll leave it off up top for Rachel Frisk. Frisk with the basketball high above her head as she looks for some cutters. We'll leave it off now for Gutstein and to Kristen Engelbert. Engelbert with it at the top of the key. We'll leave it off for Reckelberg. Sarah looks off the three and leaves it off for Stacy Faze as the Spartans continue to pop somebody out of the paint. Out they go to Frisk. Rachel will take it baseline, puts up a shot. It's no good as it's blocked. It's got the putback. Her shot no good. And DePere comes out of there with a rebound as DeBout gets it up to Patrickis. She'll bring it to the front court to DeBout. Three on the way. No good.
That was on the
everything
line.
on that one.
That was on the line when it went out of bounds. She wanted the ball all night. She's been waving her arm. Give me the ball. Give me the ball.
Well, she's open. You can't argue with that, but missed everything on the shot, and the Spartans will inbound underneath the DePere basket.
3:25 left to go in the game, Mark. Up by 6. This is when you take care of the ball.
Gutstein's pass partially blocked, but Reckelberg chases it down. She'll leave it off for Frisk now on the left side. Rachel up top to Stacy Faze. Faze holds it high above her head. Bounce pass to Engelbert on the left side. Kristen guarded by Christy Gerke. They'll get it out top to Reckelberg to Gutstein, and will hold it on the wing on the left side. She'll swing it to Frisk. Three on the way by Rachel. It's good! 46-37. Spartans back up by 9.
Time to call T.O., baby.
And DePere will bring it across the timeline. With it is Patrickis, and she travels. Or does she? Nope, timeout being called by the Redbirds. Timeout, our score, Luxembourg-Casco 47, and 46 seconds away from heading on to the regional championship. But this still just a 9-point basketball game as these DePere Redbirds just will not go away. Keith Coleman's basketball team certainly very aggressive, and they have been giving the Spartans fits all night long.
And there are a lot of kids coming back for the DePere Redbirds, so they're going to be strong next year.
Inbound pass from Hendrick comes into DeBout. Low post, they go to Gerke. She puts up a shot and is fouled inside. That's going to go against Engelbert.
That's okay. That's 5 on Kristen, though. She was good on the boards tonight. Didn't have any points, but she
gave the Spartans the inside game they needed.
She's pestered Christy Gerke all night. Christy will go and shoot 2. DePere has only scored 9 points this second half.
So Jill Shevchik will check in.
We've got a 19-16 run the second half for the Spartans. They scored the first 6 points, Mark, in the second half, and haven't scored. Well, they scored 2 points in the fourth period.
At the free throw line is Christy Gerke for DePere. Her first is good. Christy Gerke, the second leading scorer in the Bay Conference this year at 15.4 points per game.
Nice ball player.
Second one is on the way and good. It's 46-39. Spartans by 7.
Jill Shevchik in. Spartans going to hang on to the ball.
Gutstein into the front court. Will swing it on the wing on the right side to Frisk. Rachel in the corner to Sarah Reckelberg. Reckelberg with it as she dribbles around the top of the arc. We'll leave it off up top now for Gutstein.
Takes the air out of the ball, girls.
To Frisk, back to Gutstein as the Spartans play catch out top with 2 minutes and 15 seconds
They're
left.
in the zone. I can't believe this.
Reckelberg with it in the corner. She will go out top now to Gutstein.
Foul.
Gutstein double teamed out top.
Foul.
And Ann dribbling. Hendricks going to get whistled for a foul on the trip as Ann went crashing to the floor. And she's a pretty nice housekeeper. She falls, gets sweat all over the floor, and then cleans up the mess too.
That's the 16th foul, so there won't be shooting yet. We'll be taking the ball out of bounds. That's the 3rd foul on Jenny Hendrick.
So Hendrick will check out of the game. Shevchik will trigger the inbound pass in front of the Spartan bench. She'll get it into Gutstein on the wing on the right side. And with the basketball between the circles now, she'll shovel pass out top to Rachel Frisk. Rachel holds it high above her head as she gives it off for Stacy Faze out top. Faze will go to Shevchik. Jill with the basketball will bring it now to Reckelberg. Sarah holds it high above her head over to Gutstein and looks off the three. Instead gives it over on the right side to Rachel Frisk. Rachel double-teamed, hammered twice. There's the call. It is going to go against Patrickis.
I can't understand this. The officials are right on the play. They know DePere has to foul. DePere is trying to foul, and nothing's happening out here. That should be number 17, foul number 1 on Kristen Patrick. So Rachel will go to the line and shoot the bonus.
Mark Hans and John Werner back with you, the Luxembourg Casco band and dance team members, and anybody else who's up here sitting on the stage putting on a show for the TV cameras, as Channel 5 is here as well. Rachel Frisk free throw is no good, rebounded by Patricus for DePere. She'll bring it into the front court, guarded by Rachel, 10 on 10, as she'll leave it off now for McGinn on the wing on the right side. Erin McGinn with the basketball will get it into the paint, loses the ball momentarily, dumps it inside to Gerke. Gerke in the paint. We got a whistle and a foul. Going to go against Reckelberg, I think.
Boy, oh boy, I'm wondering sometimes. That's our 4th team foul. So that's the 4th foul on Sarah Reckelberg. Can't afford to lose her. 1:26 left to go. 7-point lead. They're not going away, Mark.
Just 5 team fouls on the Spartans, so DePere will not shoot yet. Sarah Gerke, inbound pass is tipped by Reckelberg and picked out of the air by Frisk. Spartans force the turnover. Frisk is fouled by Patricus in the backcourt, and Rachel will go to the free throw line to shoot another bonus.
Come on, Rachel, make these free throws.
Rachel Frisk to the free throw line for the Spartans. Rachel sat out all of the 93-94 season with a knee injury. First year she's playing without a knee brace, and as John said, not doing a whole lot in the scoring column here tonight, but she is the Packerland Conference leading scorer for the season, finishing up with a 17-point per game average. This one's off the back of the iron, no good, and Erin McGinn chases down the rebound. McGinn into the front court. She's got it at the top of the key to DeBout. McGinn wants it back for a 3. She gets it, shoots up an NBA 3. No good, stays on the rebound to Gutstein, and Ann will bring it across the timeline. She's fouled in the backcourt as she catches an elbow in the head from Gerke, and that's going to send Ann Gutstein to the free throw line, as that is the 9th team foul now on the Redbirds. So Gutstein will go to the free throw line to shoot a bonus.
You know, if we can win this game, and it looks like we will, with Rachel having a bad game offensively, this will be a real feather in the Spartans' hat. Ann Gutstein and Sarah Rickelberg have really stepped forward along with Stacy Thays to make up the difference for Rachel Frisk.
At the free throw line is Gutstein. First one is off the iron, no good. And Patricus comes out of there with a basketball. Loses her dribble in the backcourt. Gets some help from DeBout. DeBout into the front court now to McGinn. McGinn wants to shoot the 3, but there are 3 Spartans on her. She'll give it off to Compton. Down to the corner now to McGinn for the 3. It's no good. Rebounded inside by Shevchik. She is triple teamed by DePere. And a jump ball is called on the alternating possessions. It will be Redbirds basketball, and things look like they're getting just a little, as they say during football season, chippy inside.
You don't want to get Jill Shevchik mad, because she'll go after you.
Shevchik is not the name of anybody to try and wrestle with in Luxembourg, I can tell you that. The Luxembourg Casco School District. Shot is good, and in the backcourt we got a whistle and a blocking foul on Patricus. Spartan lead down to 5 with 38 seconds remaining, and Ann Gutstein will go to the free throw line for LC.
If you don't make some of your free throws, they're coming back, Mark. This game's not over.
No doubt about it. We've got another timeout by Keith Coleman's club. We're going to take him chanting undefeated.
Well, you've got 38 seconds to go.
We're a little premature with that one, kids.
You better believe it.
And Gutstein will go to the free throw line for LC.
Boy, I can't believe that they didn't have Nikki Compton in the game, because she's really doing an excellent job, but they won't let her in.
So at the free throw line is Gutstein. She will shoot a pair.
Shoot 1 and 1, I think.
First one is good. That is 10 team fouls on DePere.
Okay, you're right.
So Gutstein will get a second. Compton's going to have to stay sitting. They aren't going to let her come in during in between free throws. I don't understand that one at all.
I don't either. You got the ball. It's timeout.
It's dead.
I don't understand.
Keith Coleman just kind of sits back and stares up at the ceiling, and I don't blame him.
They should have had her in to begin with.
Second one is off the back of the iron. No good. Chased down by Reckelberg in the corner. She is fouled by Handrick. And that'll send Sarah Reckelberg to the free throw line. Good news for DePere is they only lost 1 second off the clock. They're going to let Compton come in now? Now they'll let her come in as Reckelberg goes to the free throw line, and Handrick is going to check out. 47-41 our score. 4 personal fouls now on Handrick. 11 team fouls on the Redbirds.
Compton sitting with 14 points, doing a nice job tonight. Boy, oh boy.
Sarah's free throw no good. Boy, I think if I'm Mike Schoenhofer, I know what we're going to do at practice tomorrow.
No rotation on the ball. I don't know if we're tight or whatever, but DePere really has a chance to get back in this game.
And that one is up and good, so the Spartans with a 7-point lead now with 35 seconds remaining as McGinn gets fouled in the backcourt by Ann Gutstein.
That's not what you want to do. You stop the clock and puts them up.
No, it doesn't.
Not quite.
Fortunately, as that is just the 6th team foul on the Spartans.
Yeah.
DePere will be shooting on the next LC foul. And Christy Gerke will trigger the inbound pass in the backcourt. She finally gets it away to Compton, who will bring it across the timeline right side. Compton, top of the key to Patricus. You got to make a shot here. Got to take a shot here. McGinn with it. She'll dump into the corner to DePere. There's a shot on the way by Christy Gerke. No good from three-point land. Rebounded by Reckelberg, and she's fouled from behind. And Sarah's going to go back to the free throw line.
Kristen Patricus, her fourth foul. Sarah will shoot 2. And if anything, we're getting our free throw practice tonight, Mark. But 17.3 with a 7-point lead. I think we're getting pretty close to turn out the lights.
Well,
thing that tonight?
You're getting free throw practice. The unfortunate thing is that practice isn't doing a whole lot of good at this point. Reckelberg makes the first.
That didn't look good, but it went in.
And the second one is on the way, and it's good as well. And it's now a 49-41 basketball game, a 50-41 game, I should say. And DePere will inbound underneath the Spartan basket. Christy Gerke will trigger the inbound pass with 17 seconds left. She gets it into Erin McGinn. McGinn into the front court. She wants to shoot the three. She'll give it off now to Christy Gerke, who will throw up a left-handed three from the right side. From the left side, no good. Gutstein on the rebound, puts it on the floor, and she's fouled. No, she's fouled. Travel. Down. They call it travel, so it will be DePere basketball. With 4.7 seconds left, Christy Gerke will trigger the inbound pass as they go with the thumbs-up inbound play here. DePere trailing by 9. Inbound pass comes in. Shot on the way from the corner is blocked by Frisk. And the Spartans will let time expire. And LC will go on being here tonight.
It's tough for DePere. They thought they're going to win this one tonight.
Well, they gave LC their best fight of the night, and best fight, I should say, of the season. And we will come back and recap things here in just a moment. You're listening to Luxembourg Casco High School basketball, our post-game show to be sponsored by Van's Lumber in Dykesville. Van's Lumber and Custom Builders in Dykesville is lumber.